All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, due. Yahuwah, Bahashim, Bahushai, Bahashakadash. Double honor to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and throw up being good example, check my brothers. Peace, blessed to all folk, who are willing part and number. All right, I'm the brother from the G-Man's Baron Show. Come back another video. This video is entitled, Our Hope Keeps Us Going. All right, not keeps us going, which is Our Hope. All right, keeps us going. All right, and I'm gonna get that word as well. You know, brother Abraham Camp sent this article. You know, it was I'm gonna just a little bit, because you know, as probably everything is spiritual to us, man. You know, and we get through the spirit, Yahweh Shai, we get that inspiration. You know, no matter what we're at, you know, what we read, what we do, you know, our mind is in the scriptures. You know, I was reading this. This is the drowning rat psychology experiments. It says Kurt's experiment focused on how it takes rats to die from drowning, and only Esau shit like that. Nevertheless, it says he conducted experiments by putting rats into bowls filled with water, seeing how long they survive. He introduced a range of variables into the experiment and yielded some interesting results. 12 domesticated rats were using Kurt's first set of experience. The first of these rats initially swam around the surface, then dove to the bottom bucket, exploring, was there for a while. It lasted a total of 2 minutes before it drowned. 2 of the other domesticated rats did the same thing, survived for roughly the same period of time. All right, says the other 9 domesticated rats did something completely different. After an initial exploration, the predominantly spent their time in the surface and just kept swimming. They survived for days before actually succumbing to exhaustion, drowning. It said wild rats. The second set of experiments involved 34 wild rats. Wild rats are excellent swimmers, and these savage and aggressive ones have only recently been caught. Obviously, Kurt expected them to fight for their survival. Surprisingly, though, this isn't the case at all. Despite their ferocity, fitness, and swimming ability, not one of the 34 wild rats survived more than a few minutes. It says the role of hope. You know, this is the point here. It says, reflected on why some of the rats give up and decide that hope, a key factor, and willingness to struggle. Rats have perhaps been in the past, have hope of being saved. They were fighting and believe that all is not lost. However, when they don't have this prior experience, they will up quickly. In his own words, he said, the situation of these rats seems one demanding fight or flight, rather one of hopelessness. The rats are in a situation against they have no defense. They seem to give up. With this in mind, he decided to experiment further. It's introducing hope support. Last set of experiments that will focus on concern with the impact, interest, and hope have on the person to the rats in the bucket. And these experiment hypothesis was roughly that inducing hope to rats would increase survival time. To this hypothesis, Kurt selected a cohort of rats who are all similar to each other. Again, he reduced them into buckets and observed them as they progressed towards drowning. This time, though, he noticed the moment at which they gave up just before they died, rescued them. He saved them, held them for a while, and helped them. He then placed back into the bucket, started the experiment all over again, and he discovered that hypothesis was right. When rats were placed back in the water, they swam for much longer than they had the first time placed in the bucket. The only thing that changed was that they had saved before, so had hope time. Okay, wrote that the rats quickly learn from the situation is not act hopeless, and that after elimination of hopelessness, they do not die. So what this may mean, people, says humans and rats are different beings, but there's still a belief that learn a lot from these experiments where individuals hope they have a level of perseverance. They will keep fighting when feel these is a it'll put there, you know, a chance of success or rescue. They don't have hope, won't. All right, a range of other experiments also support it. What does this mean in the world of work? All right, it says that's pretty much the point. Yeah, that was pretty much the point. I'm gonna read this final. It says support for assumption that the sudden death phenomenon depends largely on emotional reactions to restraint or immersion comes from the observation that after elimination of the hopeless, rats do not die. This is achieved by repeatedly holding the rats briefly and freeing them by immersing them in water for a few minutes on several occasions. This way, the rats learn that the situation is not actually hopeless. Therefore, it says, I lost where that. Yeah. Thereafter, they became aggressive to escape and show no sign of giving up. While rats conditioned swim, just as long as domestic rest or long. Preach that, came up with this Romans 5:1 on down. Therefore, being justified by faith, have peace with the High, our Lord Yahweh Shah, by whom all we have access into this great wherein we stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of the Most High. And not only so, but we glory in tribulation also, knowing that tribulation gives patience, and patience experience, and experience hope. And hope make it not ashamed, the love of the Most High shed abroad in our hearts by the Holy Ghost, which is into us. All right. And not get to it. 1 second. Let me get the blue letter. Word of hope. One Salakia. We'll leave it at this, my brothers. I'll find it. It says, because really that word I'm going to expectation. It's expectation of hope, the Christian sense of joyful and confident expectation of eternal salvation, in hope, having hope, the author of hope, or he who is it in the foundation, the thing hope. All right, and that's the point. We got hope. Yahweh Shai that path for the elect, the trailblazer. All right, lay this down for the elect. The scripture is in, I believe it's in John. Right, in the world you shall have tribulation, but in you'll have, be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Yahweh Shai laid that example down. All right, and now elect, Lord willing, we part of that number is front suit. All right, he was 13 or 14. All right, we seeking kingdom to come. Oh, this isn't all be all. The scripture where there's no the people perish. All right, so our people completely through. They believe him is the end all be all. Unaware, or even if are aware, not extend that America, they put in America for, because the word America goes bitter. All right, then Deuteronomy 28. All right, curses that was put on people for the disobedience against the Most. All right, realize why we're in this predicament we're right now as a nation. No matter where we are apart, if we are at the bottom. All right, in the hoods, in the hills, in the favela, in the reservation, Jacob's bottom.